Hello, class of 2020. Congratulations on your graduation. You are resilient. With everything that our country has been facing this year, you've managed to still achieve this great accomplishment. You are an inspiration to us all. I am Shonda Smith. I'm a mother of 5 amazing children. I'm a wife, a former elementary school teacher, and forever educator. I'm the founder of The Queen in Me, a girls' empowerment organization. I'm also a business owner of Homemade by Shonda, where I get to guide families from dream to reality through the home ownership journey as a real estate broker in North Carolina. I'm a real life mompreneur, and I won that title and crown in 2018 with the Mrs. Corporate America pageant competition. But most importantly, I am a queen, and I reigned long before that competition. I'm here today to share that same mindset and identity with you. You have triumphed and pushed past obstacles to get to this great achievement. But that's what life is all about. The more we overcome, the more resilient we become. My life hasn't always been this glamorous. I've had my share of things to overcome as well. So I'm here today to share with you 5 things to remember on your life journey towards becoming the queen or king that's already within you. First, remember who you are. You are unique, you are gifted, you are wise, you're more precious than jewels. You are the son or daughter of the king. So that makes you royal. You are a king or queen in the making. Secondly, empower yourself. Love, nurture, and esteem yourself, even if no one else does. Be your own cheerleader. The practice of self-love, positive self-thinking, affirms who you are and will continue to build your confidence. When I was a young girl, I was what they called from pillar to post. I spent a few years living with my mom, a few years living with my dad and my stepmom. I spent some time in temporary foster care. I spent a few years living with my aunts and a few years living with my grandmother. While I'm grateful for the village that raised me, I also experienced abuse and neglect as a child, and I struggled with rejection on up into my adulthood. But then at some point, I learned that I was able to create the future that I desired, regardless of the things that I had gone through. I began to affirm myself. I began to encourage myself. I began to set goals for myself and clap at my own accomplishments. I began to empower myself and then encourage others, and so can you. Next, identify who you are and what impact you want to make in this world. Who do you want to be in the next 5, 10, or 20 years? What do you want your life to be like? What do you want your name to stand for? Define those things and create a life of impact now. See, 20 years ago, I was in your same shoes, graduating from high school. While I was extremely proud of my accomplishment, I was facing a great challenge. I was pregnant, and within a couple months after graduation, I would become yet another statistic, a teenage mom. I lost my 4-year full ride scholarship, and while learning the ropes of motherhood, I had my second child by age 20. So I had to think and figure out, how was I still going to be able to accomplish my dreams? I began to set some pretty lofty goals. I knew I still wanted to graduate from a university, even if I had to pay for it myself. I knew I still wanted to be a business owner, even though the odds were no longer in my favor as a single mom. I knew I still wanted to be a homeowner and own my own home for my children, to give them something that I didn't have, a sense of security and stability, so that no matter what they faced out in school or out in the world, they would come home to a place where they felt safe, loved, where they felt important, where they knew that they mattered. I still wanted to share my gifts and talents with the world. I still wanted to make an impact. What do you want for your life? If I see you in the next 20 years, What will you say you've accomplished? Define it now and create the impactful life that you desire. The fourth thing I want you to remember is your gifts and talents. You each have them. Discover what they are and use them. They will bring you a life full of passion and purpose. Speaking of passion, when I was a little girl, I would line up my siblings, my toys, and my teddy bears and pretend to teach them. I knew from 7 years old that I wanted to become a teacher someday. Fortunately, I was able to share that gift of teaching as a fourth grade teacher for over 10 years and for over 18 years in elementary education altogether. I also, as a young girl, would play in my hair and anyone else who would let me. And my first business at age 20 was in the salon industry, which afforded me that opportunity to pay for my college to get a 4-year degree, a bachelor's degree in elementary education. The final thing I want you to remember is never give up on your dreams. Don't be afraid to let your light shine, even if it means exposing the insecurities in others. Create a vision board or an action board, even better. Set it with short-term goals like things that you need to do in the next 10 days or 30 days in order to make sure that you're on track to achieve your next goal. But planning is imperative. Take some time now to set your short-term and long-term goals. Then adjust your action board as needed when life throws you those obstacles, because it surely will. Never give up on your dreams. I've shared with you 5 things to remember on your life journey towards becoming the king or queen that's within you. Remember them. Remember who you are. You are royal. E, empower yourself. I, identify who you are and what impact you want to make in this world. G, gifts and talents. Discover them and use them. N, never give up on your dreams. So congratulations again, class of 2020. Now go, do, and most importantly, reign.